Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another reading vlog. Today's vlog is very exciting. I am doing a 24-hour Quest-A-Thon readathon this weekend. So Quest-A-Thon, if you don't know, is a Lord of the Rings fantasy inspired month-long readathon created by my friend Sahar over at Basically Bookish Reads. She was so kind to ask me to be one of the co-hosts along with a bunch of other fantastic booktubers. All month long, we are participating in this readathon, and some of the co-hosts decided that we wanted to do a little bit of an impromptu 24-hour readathon this weekend. I'm very excited. I love a good old-fashioned 24-hour readathon, but I am very excited for this one in particular because I've always done the version where you actually try to stay up for 24 hours and read as much as you can, and I'm always super exhausted, obviously, and kind of fail at those, but this time, we are doing the 24-hour readathon a little bit differently. We are going to do the timer method if you are not familiar. The timer method is basically where you read for 24 hours, but you keep track of the time that you read like on your phone in a 48-hour period, and then you add all that up, and once you've hit 24 hours, you're done. So it's definitely a much more manageable way. I'll be able to sleep more, I'll be able to kind of live my life a little bit, and it'll be really nice. I'm very excited for the readathon. I'm excited to get started. It is about 3:45 right now. I am going to start the readathon at 5 p.m. PST. I think we're all kind of starting at different times, but we are going to jump onto Kara's channel for some reading sprints, which I'm very excited for, so let me quickly kind of get through this, and then I will go do some reading sprints. So I did ask on my Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you do that. It is the same as my channel name at Ravenhaired Reader, but I asked you guys on my Instagram, what genre would you like to see me read during this 24-hour readathon? I offered Kindle Unlimited fantasy romances, Kindle Unlimited contemporary romances, and then third option was both, so like a mix. As of right now, it hasn't been 24 hours yet, so the poll is still up, but as of right now, I believe KU fantasy romances, which like no surprises, right? But I do know that the option for both is like right behind KU fantasy romances. So that is another option too. It's very, very neck and neck, but I think that I am primarily this weekend going to be reading KU fantasy romance because I have read only contemporaries this month and I kind of just want to get back into fantasy a little bit. I miss it. I've had a really good reading month so far. It is July 8th and I've already read 4 books, which for me is like crazy because usually in the first full week of a month, I've read like 1 or 2 books and I've already read 4. Very proud of myself. I'm in a huge reading mood, so I'm like, let's go. I'm excited. I have ambitious goals for this weekend. I'm going to talk about my TBR. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to get all of these done. I'm going to say that right now, but I'm excited and I'm feeling energized and hopeful, and especially because of the timer method, I think that some of these books are going to be possible. So my number 1 book that I want to read this weekend, this is my number 1 priority, is going to be A Twist of the Blade by S.M. Gaither. This is the second book in the Shadows and Crowns series, the first book being The Song of the Marked. As you guys know, I read that last month. I loved it. It was a surprise 5-star. I am dying to read the second book, especially because I've seen so many people say like, oh, I picked up The Song of the Marked because of you. I loved it. My friends are reading it. It's great. But I need to know if the rest of the series is good because I would hate for the first book to be amazing and then the series kind of take a nosedive. So I am dying to get to this book. I'm very, very nervous. It doesn't have to be a 5-star, but like I hope it's at least a 4-star. I'm so excited. I will say I'm not going to obviously talk details with this book. I will keep my thoughts very vague. I really want to read it. It's my number 1 priority for the weekend. I got the audiobook from my library, so I am all set, and I do think that with the audiobook, I could finish this book fairly quickly. It is about a little over 600 pages, which is a lot, but the audiobook is 15 hours. I could probably get it done in 5. I'm feeling motivated. I'm excited, and this is a series that goes by very quickly. If you don't know, the Shadows and Crowns series is a KU fantasy romance series. It has similar vibes to A Throne of Glass. We have a mercenary and a captain of the guard begrudgingly coming together, little enemies to lovers moments. There are gods, interesting magic system. We have a plague spreading out the kingdom. We have funny side characters and a huge surprise twist at the end that I did not expect. I didn't see it coming at all. I'm excited to see after that crazy ending what is going to happen for Cassia and Alander. I'm nervous. So this is my number 1 priority for this weekend. Okay, the second book that I'm hoping to read this weekend is another KU fantasy romance, and it is called The Sin of Saints. I will put a picture up. This is a dark adult fantasy romance. That is like all I know at the moment. I read the synopsis a while ago and I really was intrigued by it because I saw some people talking about it on Instagram. So I did add it to my TBR, but I forget what it's about. But once I get to that book, I will like let you guys know what it's all about, but I'm not entirely sure at the moment. But dark adult fantasy romance, KU. I'm intrigued, I'm excited, and I think the cover's really cool, so I'm very excited to see what I think. And then we have a dark horse, okay? So this is not a KU fantasy romance, this is not a KU contemporary romance, this is not a romance at all, but I think I might need this weekend, and you'll see what I mean when I show you. I am contemplating picking up A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I know that this is so not like my genre, definitely not a genre that I gravitate towards, but I haven't read a YA thriller in years, I want to say. Maybe even since like high school. I don't know. I can't remember like the last time I read a YA thriller. And I did have a lot of my friends say that this is a book that's great for a 24-hour readathon. It's so quick. I have the audiobook from my library. I feel like this might be a good palate cleanser. It might just be fun, and I see so many people on BookTube give this 5 stars. So I don't know. It might just be like a little bit of a pick-me-up that I need between 2 very large fantasy books, and I'm excited. I'm curious about this. If you don't know, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder follows our main character. A girl at her high school goes missing, and the boyfriend of that girl is accused and I think convicted of her disappearance and potentially murder, but our main character believes that he is not guilty and she may have some evidence to clear his name. I think that's what it's about. So this is potentially also going to be another book that I want to read during this 24-hour weekend readathon. So I am going to now get started with A Twist of the Blade. I'm going to start my audiobook while I kind of get ready, get things set up to do a sprints, and things may change. The books that I just talked about may not be the books that I end up reading. I know for sure I'm going to read A Twist of the Blade this weekend, but I might switch it up. That is my tentative TBR for now. I don't know if I'll be able to finish all 3 books. I think The Sin of Saints is over 500 pages as well, which like kind of setting myself up for failure here, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm excited otherwise. I just want to get some good reading done this weekend. As I said, I'm in a huge reading mood. I'm excited to hang out with my friends virtually, and yeah, I will talk to you guys when I have a reading update. So I just wanted to hop on really quick and do another check-in. We are in the middle of sprints. I think we're on our 3rd sprint right now. I'm having so much fun. I love these girls so much. They're making me laugh so hard. It's amazing. But this is going really, really well. I want to say that right off the bat. I was very scared that I was not going to like the 2nd book in the series, but immediately we get into the action. Immediately things are just going so well. Like, not actually going well. They're kind of going terribly, but in the best way. We are getting way more world building, way more magic system explanations, way more lore with the gods, and all of my favorite characters are together right now. It's really, really good. I don't imagine that it will stay that way for very long, but right now I'm really happy. But there's just so much conflict in this book, and I do not know what they're gonna do. Honestly, I can't imagine how they're going to get out of this, but I'm loving it so much. During our sprint, I went ahead and bought the 3rd book, which I think is called The Call to the Void, or A Call to the Void, but I was waiting to buy the 3rd one after I read this to see if I liked it, but I am, 150 pages in and I'm loving it. I just wanted to check in, say hello, say what's up, how are you guys? Good, great. And I'm hoping to, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I do want to get to the 50% mark today. I think I can do it. I'm on page 158, like I said, so I'm less than halfway there, and then I would be halfway done with the book, which is a fantastic way to start this readathon. So I will talk to you guys when I have another update. Hi guys, so it is Saturday, and I wanted to do another check-in for a few books, and I also have some bookish mail to open, which I'm so excited, but let's do book updates first. So I actually got to the 56% mark of A Twist of the Blade last night. I never know if it's the twist of the blade or a twist of a blade, so A Twist of the Blade. I got to 56% last night on sprints. It was so much fun. We went for like 5 hours. It was awesome, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I am probably going to finish it today, but it is just, we're building so much more on characters and their history, and like I said, the lore, the magic system, the history of this world, everything. So this is going great. I'm very excited to see how this one ends. There's so much conflict in this book. I'm sorry once again that I'm being so vague, but like I don't want to give a singular thing away about this series. So just know 2nd book is going fantastic, and I'm so happy about that. So, oh my god, you guys. Okay, I'm like actually like nervous talking about this book because I'm liking it so much, and I'm like afraid that it's gonna go bad. I started The Sin of Saints by Lauren Leisure, I believe is how her name is pronounced. I was not expecting expecting to love this book. I just needed like a third book to read, and this had been on my TBR, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I pick it up? I saw this book talked about on Instagram, as I said, and I added it, and cool, whatever. It was recently published, so there are very, very few reviews of this book. I think there's like 86 Goodreads reviews, but it just came out, I think, in June. This is a dark fantasy romance. It's going so well. Oh my god, I'm loving this book. I'm only 17% of the way done with it, so I'm gonna say that right now. Like 17% in, but so much has happened. I've already teared up. I'm so in on this book. I'm gonna try to like give a brief sort of explanation, so I need to put this down so I can talk with my hands. So our main character's name is Petra. Petra grew up in a poor part of the kingdom that she lives in, and the poor neighborhood that she grew up in is Inkwell, and she lived with her mom, her dad, and her sister Larka. So, you know, they grew up and struggled but survived, happy family. Tragedy strikes, and throughout the book we have a kind of dual timeline. I don't know if we're gonna have a dual timeline the whole time that we read this book, but it is just Petra kind of flashing back to some events that happened with her family. Tragedy, gruesome. Oh my god, brutal. This book is brutal so far. That's like the best way I can describe it. But because of some circumstances in present day, who has now remarried to a lord. His name is Lord Castamount. Their life changed a lot. There is the high royal court in this world and the low royal court. And the low royal court is lords, ladies, barons, baronesses. Lord Castamount ended up falling in love with Petra's mother, which was, you know, a scandal because she was just a lowly commoner. And now Petra and her mother's life has changed, and they are living in the low royal castle. And because Petra is now a member of the royal court, she has to participate in this thing called the initiation in front of the Board of Blood. What this is basically when a royal person comes of age, ready to be married, to find a suitor, to do your royal duties, you have to go through the initiation. And it is a very, very brutal, once again, initiation, and a lot of people don't make it out alive. So you either pass the initiation, and once you pass the initiation, you're like entered into society, they find you a partner. If you do not pass, you either get murdered right then and there in front of everyone, or they send you to a place called the Onyx Pass, which is filled with beasts and creatures and just like vile things that's on the outskirts of the kingdom, and nobody survives. Like you die pretty much instantly because of all of these gruesome creatures. Because Petra was not raised in the royal lifestyle, she is at a huge disadvantage because a lot of the people that she will be going through initiation with have been training for this their whole lives, and she's just like trying to learn how to be a lady. She's also, you know, she's a little rough around the edges just because she grew up in, you know, just a totally different lifestyle, and now she's trying to be this very proper and prim lady to get through her initiation. So her mom is very scared she's not gonna pass. She's very scared that she's not gonna pass, and there's a lot more going on, but that is it so far. It is so good. Also, when we flashed back, Petra went and saw a fortune teller, and I'm not gonna say what the fortune teller said, but wow. I pretty much feel like that was the author basically giving us like the plot of the book. I am only 17% of the way through, but I'm very, very excited, and I'm going to continue reading this book as well. I want to finish A Twist of the Blade, but right now I want to read The Sin of Saints more, which is just so crazy, but it's good. I'm having a great time, and I think I'm going to read A Good Girl's Guide tomorrow, maybe, depending on how far I get with both of these books. Okay, so now I'm gonna open my packages, but I do just want to say in that last clip, I think my bra like might have been peeking through. I apologize, but like it's just a bra, so like let's move past that. But I do apologize for being so indecent on the internet. So I have two packages, and I'm very excited. I did not expect them to both come on the same day. You cannot imagine my joy when I got the email that both of these were delivered at the same time, not from the same company, not for the same thing, nothing. But I'm very excited because they are both bookish items. So let's open this one first. So this is a tote bag. So before I open this, I've just been like on the hunt for a tote bag for a while, and I wanted a bookish one, and I was looking around on Etsy, and I found this one, and I thought it was so cute. So here's what it looks like. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm dying. You guys aren't ready. Look. Oh my god. Okay. It says House of Wind Book Club. I am so excited. I'm obsessed. I love this. I need to go book shopping right now because this is so exciting. So here's my new bookish tote. Super cute. All right, and then we have new dust jackets, you guys. Also bookmarks. Before I open these dust jackets and the bookmarks that I got are spoilers for the entire A Court of Thorns and Roses series for every single book. And I'm gonna talk about the series openly while I look at these because I can't really not. So if you do not want to be spoiled for the ACOTAR series, which I totally understand, I'll put a timestamp, skip ahead to there because characters are on the covers and certain relationships are on the covers and all of that type of thing. So you would be spoiled for certain aspects of the ACOTAR ACOTAR series if you watch this clip. So I will just see you in the future. You can skip ahead. For all of you cool kids who stuck around, these are the Dusty Shop ACOTAR dust jackets. I was on the hunt for another set of ACOTAR dust jackets. I have the A Touch of Magic design ones, which you guys see in my videos a lot. And then Hannah had the Dusty Shop ones, and I'm just like obsessed with them. So I bought those. And I also bought the recently released bookmarks that the Dusty Shop created. There are 5 bookmarks for each of the 5 ACOTAR books, including the novella, and they're double-sided, and I think they're gold and foiled, and I'm so excited. So let me open these. I'll do the bookmarks first. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, first of all, here's what they look like. They're very big, which I enjoy, and then let me go through them in order if possible here. Let's see, who are you people? Literally. Oh my god, okay. I got it now. I'm like, have I read this series? I don't understand the references. All right, so the first bookmark is for the A Court of Thorns and Roses book, the first one. We have Feyre, and she's crying. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, I'll like do B-roll of it. And then we have old Tam Tam, got his little mask on, looking like a fool. I do like the gold, the gilded detail though. Really beautiful, great bookmark, very thin, which I appreciate. I don't like thick bookmarks, so this is great. And then A Court of Mist and Fury. This is the A Court of Mist and Fury bookmark. Oh, that I just bent. Awesome. I am the worst. Okay, so this is Feyre at Starfall and Rhys at Starfall. So gorgeous. The attention to detail is like crazy. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, so when they kind of get like splattered with some of the starfall, it's iridescent. That is so cool. Also, like, Feyre's makeup is kind of slaying. So this is for A Court of Wings and Ruin. This one kind of makes me laugh. I love one side of this, and the other side is like choices were made, you know? First of all, we have Amren looking amazing. I love this one. I love, oh yeah, that like iridescent sort of orange color is beautiful. And then on the back, we have the Suriel, which, you know, I'm glad he got his moment. Good for him. But this one just kind of makes me laugh because he's just like boring into your soul, basically. So now we have 3 more. So there's actually 6 when there's only technically 5 ACOTAR books. I think that the A Court of Silver Flames bookmarks, there are 2. So I'm gonna go with what I assume is the A Court of Frost and Starlight bookmark. So first of all, we have Mor looking gorgeous. I love the gold around her eyes, super beautiful. And then we have the little shadow singer, Asriel. Really, really, really gorgeous. Also, oh my god, I didn't even realize, I don't know if you can see this, but the cuff on her ear is really cool. And you can kind of see like shadows surrounding him. So yeah, this one is beautiful. And then we have 2 for A Court of Silver Flames. We have Emery, who is looking so good. Her eyes are stunning. Oh my god. This is absolutely beautiful. And then we have baby Gwen on the back. Oh my god. She looks so good. She's so cute with her freckles. This is the Girl Boss bookmark. And then we have what would have been my favorite of the bookmarks, but they made a choice that I'm not crazy about. This bookmark is for A Court of Silver Flames as well, and it has Cassian and Nesta. So we have Cassian looking great, doing his thing. And then we have Nesta. But tell me you wouldn't think that that was Tamlin if you looked at it really quickly. I know that she wears this mask during A Court of Silver Flames, like she comes out of the bog or whatever wearing that mask, but I don't feel like it's that significant of a portion of A Court of Silver Flames. I would have just loved if it was her with like silver flames in her eyes, basically. Like I would have liked that. This just, it makes me think of Tamlin. Like I'm sorry. It's okay. No, it's so similar, you guys. Okay, so on the top is Tamlin, on the bottom is Nesta. Tell me these are not the same thing. I don't love that they chose to do this, but whatever. Nesta is my girl. She is my favorite character, so I will use this one. Those are all of my stunning new bookmarks. I will be cherishing these forever. And then I have the dust jackets, which I do just want to say, I don't have the books for these yet. I ordered a hardcover like box set of the series, and it's coming tomorrow. So I will film tomorrow when I put them on so you guys can see them in their full effect. But right now I'll just show you the dust jackets alone. Oh my god. Okay. They're so pretty. They're always prettier in person. Dust jackets always look better in real life because even like the Nerdy Ink Throne of Glass dust jackets, I'm like, oh, those are really pretty. I bought them, but once they came, they're so gorgeous in person. These are no exception. They are stunning. Oh my god, you guys. So here is the dust jacket for A Court of Thorns and Roses. So you have Tamlin and Feyre, and then I forgot what that little wolfy boy's name is. I think it starts with an A, but getting his spotlight, and then the hand. I like to just think this is Reese poking out, saying hello. Hopefully you guys can see this, but so stunning, and I love the gold writing. Oh my god. Okay, I'm obsessed. And then, oh my god, this one's so cool. Okay, this one has silver writing, which I like. It's different. So A Court of Mist and Fury. We have Reese and Feyre at Starfall, and then we have the squad on the back. I love Feyre's dress. She looks so good. Okay, and then we have Court of Wings and Ruin. Oh my god, the back. Are you kidding me? Okay, so Feyre, Reese, and the Cauldron, and then the ships coming in named after the 3 Archeron sisters. Daddy Archeron. Ooh, whoa. Ooh, I really like this one. Oh my god. Wait, this might be like the best one. I love this. Okay, A Court of Frost and Starlight has like low-key one of the best covers. So you have the Archeron sisters, and then I love that you can see the Bat Boys over Valaris. That's beautiful. Like, I love like this and like the bridges. Stunning. Oh, okay, nope. A Court of Silver Flames is the best one, as it usually is. Wow. Oh my god, Stop. The detail on this dust jacket. Are you joking? I'm gonna be sick. Okay, first of all, hello, gorgeous, best couple. Thank you very much. Dancing, love it. You guys, the back is when Nesta, Gwyn, and Emery are doing the blood rite. They're walking through this like archway. Emery is carrying Gwyn. That is amazing. Do you guys see that? Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm obsessed. Are you joking? Like, this is actually a joke. Okay, wow. Excellent purchases by me. I am so glad. I hate when you order stuff and then like, it just doesn't look the way that it did in pictures, but I am like impressed. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to go try to finish A Twist of the Blade, and I'll let you guys know what I think of that one. I'm so excited to see if the ending has a big twist like the first one did. And then I'm gonna read more of The Sin of Saints because I'm only on page 67, and like, I need to get deeper into the story because it is so, so good. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it is now Sunday, July 10th, and I have pretty much failed keeping up with my timer for the timer method. I think I'm at like 10 hours of reading, and there is no way in hell I am going to be able to hit the 24-hour mark today because it's Sunday. I mean, I'm gonna be reading for the rest of the day today, but there's no way I'm gonna be reading like 14 hours today. So this is going to be a failed 24-hour readathon. I apologize. I gave it a shot, but I think I don't know, it didn't happen for me this weekend. I do have exciting reading updates though. So I did finish A Twist of the Blade, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. I loved the direction that we took. As I've said, lots of world building, lots of new information found. Very exciting. The only reason it did not get a 5-star rating from me like the first one did is because I kind of thought that, and like, I want to be vague with this because I don't want to spoil anything, but hey everyone, editing me here, jumping in really quick because I was just editing part of my video where I gave my review for this and why I rated this book 4 stars, and I realized I did kind of spoil something, and I don't want to ruin that for anyone because I know a lot of people have read The Song of the Marked and a lot of my friends have read it, and I don't want to spoil anything. I will just say I loved this book. I gave it 4 stars. The only reason it wasn't a 5-star is because I think a certain storyline lost steam. That's all I'm gonna say. Not a bad thing. I bought the 3rd book. I'm probably gonna read it in August, and I'm excited to continue on with the series. I still absolutely love it. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. And let's go back to past me. In other news, oh my god, you guys. Do you remember how excited I was about The Sin of Saints yesterday? Well, I got to the 45% mark of The Sin of Saints today, and I DNF'd it. I'm literally so annoying because yesterday I was so excited about it, and the more I read it, the more I started to dislike it. I will still say that the setup of the book is very cool. I feel like the plot that I explained yesterday, very cool, very interesting. I had multiple issues with the book the further I got into it, but my number 1 issue, and the reason that I DNF'd this book, is because there is a plot twist, obviously, that is going to happen at the end of this book, right? It's a fantasy novel. There's always some big cliffhanger, plot twist, bigger thing going on. The author is being so heavy-handed with the foreshadowing and the hints of what that is that I know exactly what is going to happen at the end of this book, and like what the fate of our main character is and everything, that it's just not even enjoyable to read anymore. Like, I don't care. Here's my thing, like, if the author gives like 1 or 2 well-crafted hints or whatever and I just kind of guess it and I end up being right about what the plot twist is, that's fine. I'm not going to be mad at that. It is the constantly bringing up in ambiguous ways what the plot twist is eventually going to be, what the fate of our character is going to be. Our main character learned about this whole thing and is wondering, I wonder how that relates to me. Like, I don't even know. And it's like, okay, obviously this is what's gonna happen, obviously. And it's just annoying because it's literally, I feel like every single chapter we are getting hints at it, but I feel like she's screaming it at us at this point. Like, I feel with 100% confidence, I know exactly how this book ends, and I just don't have a desire to continue it on, to put in the work to read this book when I do truly feel like it's sort of already been spoiled for me. I'm just like, I'm tired, I don't wanna do it. I don't like that. And also, we did have the line, the very, very terrible, terrible line of, I released a breath I didn't know I was holding, which, like, straight to jail, you know? Like, that's just, come on. I think this book was written in 2022 as well, so but what are we doing? I feel like that's a very, like, early 2010s line, and that maybe you could get away with it then, but absolutely not. So, and that's not why I DNF'd it, I'm just being stupid, but I felt like the plot and the writing and the composition of everything was just really losing steam, and we were really, really building up momentum, and then literally there was a moment where one of these side characters described this, like, thing to the main character for pages and pages and pages, and literally I feel like laid out the entire plot. And it's not like what the fortune teller said, because I know that I said there was a fortune teller who kind of like predicted our main character's future and whatever. She was a lot more vague. Then we had a side character who said, oh, did you hear about this thing that happened thousands of years ago, whatever, blah 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 blah. And like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. Life is too short. I'm not gonna sit here and finish a book that I'm 99% sure that I know the ending of. So I DNF'd it. I'm sorry. I did. I'm not gonna waste my time reading that book. So I think I'm going to take like a little bit of a break from fantasy romance just for like a week or two. I'm feeling burnt out, and I have read a couple fantasy romances lately that have disappointed me in the last like month or so. I feel like I just need a little bit of a break. It's still absolutely my favorite genre, but I don't know. It's sometimes hard to wade through some of the not so great ones. So I think I'm just gonna take a little break and refresh. I will be reading Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn for my Throne of Glass reread this month, which that is like fantasy romance, I guess, but I know I'm gonna love those, and like I have no doubt in my mind that like that's gonna be a great experience, so I'm not worried about that. But other than that, I think I'm gonna just kind of do some contemporary romances. I'm planning to read some dark romances this month, and I am also today hopefully going to read the entirety of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I got the audiobook. It is 3.5 hours long. I feel like there is no way that I won't finish this today, and I'm excited to read it because I'm just excited to jump into like totally different genre, different setting, different everything, and see what the hype is all about, because I hear a lot of great things about this book. I am still waiting for my ACOTAR books to get delivered. Once I get those delivered, I'm going to put the dust jackets on and I will show you guys. I'm just so excited about that, and I will also give you a reading update on A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Hi you guys, so it is Monday, so if I didn't already say it, I will say it again if I did. This has officially turned into a weekly reading vlog. I've never done a weekly reading vlog, but here we are. What a time to be alive. Honestly, it's good. I needed to try this out. I actually asked you guys on my community tab a few days ago if you prefer genre-specific reading vlogs, weekly reading vlogs, or both, and the results were pretty much even, so I'm kind of glad, because I feel like that gives me the ability to kind of just do whatever, and I'm excited about that. So thank you guys if you voted in that. If not, no big deal, but I would love to hear down in the comments as well. Do you guys want weekly reading vlogs? Do you want genre specific? Do you want a mix of both? It sounds like you guys do, but yeah, 24-hour reading vlog. We don't know her. We are doing a weekly reading vlog. So I have bookish updates, I have more bookish mail, and I got my ACOTAR books and I put the dust jackets on, so I will show you guys those really quick as well. First things first though. Are you joking? This is so good. I am 44% of the way in, and this is so much fun. Oh my god. I did not think I would like it this much, but I'm just having such a great time. This is so great. YA thrillers. I did not think that I would be somebody who liked this much, but honestly, I feel like this is a great palette cleanser between fantasies and romances. There's, you know, obviously murder happens in this book. Like, there's some serious stuff going on, but because it's YA and our main character's in high school, there's just kind of like a fun, light element to it. I don't know, I can't explain it, but this is really such a joy to read. Like, I'm just having such a good time, and I did get the audiobook, which is great. There's a lot of mixed media in this book, and so the audiobook is a great listening experience because when there is a phone call, the phone dials and you hear it ringing and then someone picks up and their voice is kind of muffled like a phone call. It's really cool. The first time I heard that though, the phone dialing, I thought I accidentally called someone and I panicked, but then I realized, oh, I'm listening to an audiobook. So it's amazing. I don't know. I'm having a really good time. I will say I'm not physically reading this though because my audiobook and this book are different. Like the locations are different and some of the wording is different. The story isn't different at all, but I'm not physically reading it because the audiobook is different and it just throws me off. And even some of the sentences are a little bit different. Like instead of in the book, it will say Pip smiled and said, but in the audiobook, it'll say like Pip said. And I'm like, okay, screw the smile, I guess. I don't know. I'm not hating it though. That won't affect my rating at all, but it's just a very strange listening experience. So I'm not reading this physically anymore. I'm just listening to the audiobook, which is so much fun. I was cleaning the house today, listening to it, having a grand old time. So very excited to see where this one goes. And also I feel like they're doing a really good job of casting doubt and making lots of people the potential suspect. I don't know who it is because every time she talks to someone and they seem guilty, I'm like, that's them. But then I'm like, no, that can't be them because it's too obvious. And then we get someone else, same story. So I'm very excited and very curious to see what actually happened to Andy Bell. The only thing about this book that's like making me laugh though, it is so funny that all of these people are willingly speaking to I assume 17-year-old girl about like this murder case. Like you don't have to tell her where you were, what you were doing. She's not the police, you know, like you don't, it's not like this is an active investigation and a detective is talking to you, but they're all just telling her where they were, what they were doing, what their relationship with Andy was like, all of these things. It's really funny to me, but she's doing great. Pip is a girl boss. I'm really enjoying this book. And then I just wanted to show you guys, I got the new books. They are so beautiful. I got the box set, and the box set books, this is kind of interesting, are black, but then those editions are colorful on the outside. Is that an important thing to say? Probably not, but I found it kind of interesting, so yeah. Anyway, gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. I have no idea where I'm going to put these on my bookshelves though. There's no room, so I need to figure my life out. I don't know. I need to organize this bookshelf because I really want all of my SJM books to be together, so I'm gonna have to do some reorganization and restructuring. So it'll be interesting trying to fit these on there. And then lastly, we have book mail. And I do know what this is. The Call of the Void, the third book in the Shadows and Crowns series. You guys already know. So excited. As I said, I gave the second book that I read this weekend 4 stars. I just want to make it clear though, like I didn't dislike it at all. I loved it. It was great. It just wasn't as great as the first one. So, but I'm still loving the series, going to continue on. And this is the third book. And I wonder if they changed the paper because it looks smaller. Oh, it actually might be shorter. That is interesting. Okay, so all the books have character art, so I want to see who... This is either Cassia or Nessa. Yeah, this might be Nessa, but it also kind of looks like Cassia, so I don't really know, but let's see who's on the back. Okay, so it was Nessa in the front because this is Laurent, or Laurent, or I don't even know, but he's a little elf. Isn't that fun? So yeah, there are elves in this world as well. I love him. He's like super sarcastic. I'm really excited to read this. I am going to read this probably in August, I think, but loving this series so far. So that is it. I am going to keep reading this. I'll probably finish it today or tomorrow. And honestly, once I'm done with this, I'll probably just end the vlog there. But I hope you guys are enjoying this weekly reading vlog thus far. I will talk to you when I have more to say about A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So it is time for my final thoughts on A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I need to wrap this vlog up. I need to film an outro because it's been going on for way too long. I finished this a couple days ago and I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. I did not expect to like this book as much as I thought that I did. You know, YA thrillers just don't really seem like something I would gravitate towards, but I really enjoyed it. I am absolutely going to continue on with the trilogy. It was so much fun. There were some stakes, you know, that kept it interesting. There were some thrilling parts. It was really sweet. I loved our main characters, and I'm just just excited to see where the rest of the series goes. I did end up giving this book 4 stars. It wasn't quite a 5-star. The only thing about this book that like, it didn't necessarily lower my rating, but it was just kind of like a little, I rolled my eyes a couple times. It's just so funny how everyone just immediately like incriminates themselves to this 17-year-old girl, I think she's 17, who's doing a school project. I'm like, you guys don't have to tell her any of this stuff. A drug dealer willingly talks to her and gives her information. I don't know. It was funny. Like, it's not a big deal. It's a YA thriller. Like, I know it's not that deep, but I just thought that was like an interesting part that I'm like, everyone is just admitting everything to her just for her school project, and people end up incriminating themselves. It was just funny. It was a little cringy, but I enjoyed this. I had so much fun. It's really lighthearted, really an excellent palate cleanser between fantasy and romances. So I absolutely loved it, and I'm definitely going to continue on. All right, guys, so that is the end of my failed 24-hour readathon, now a weekly reading vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed. I was able to get some books read for Quest-A-Thon, had a good time talking to my friends, and read some fantastic books. Unfortunately, did have a DNF, but honestly, the bookish mail made up for that, so I don't even care. If you made it to this point in the video, go ahead and leave the 2 swords that go like this for Quest-A-Thon. You know, that emoji always reminds me of like fantasy and swords and stuff. So leave this emoji if you would like, if you've made it this far. As always, my Instagram and my Goodreads are linked down below. You guys are welcome to follow me on there anytime. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one.